everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's put something a bit sleepier on. Let's see. Maybe some of this. I think we've listened to that a lot. I'm having trouble finding something for background noise that feels like it matches the vibe today. Sure, whatever. Hi, guys. Welcome. It's cold in here. It's cold in here. Hello. I know, even with a door. Crazy. Oh, turn you off. I don't need motion tracking right now, do I? Got a little coffee. So what's new? Aside from it being cold. Yeah, so fair. I do have a door. I have a door and a boiler. It's pretty tight. Honestly, sick. So cool. End of the year has been incredible for me. We have a space heater, gang. What luxury, I know. We had hot water that I could wash dishes with. Wild. And the feeling of like quality of life things slipping into place has made Sam and I go, we gotta line up the next thing. What are we doing next? What are we fixing next? We need to fix the next thing, you know? So that's been nice. Is the door sealed? Yes. I mean, it was shaved to size. Apparently, the guy who came and did it, he was like, it's been so long since I've fitted a door that wasn't just like prefab, you know? He said he hasn't shaved a door in forever. He was like, it's kind of nice. It was kind of nice to make sure that I still knew how to do it. This, yeah. My kid got a tie-dye thing. She got every year from her great-grandma and great-grandpa, she gets money. All of the kids just get like 20 bucks because they're like, I don't know what kids like these days. They just give them a card with money in it. So we were trying to take advantage of, right now there's like post-Christmas sales everywhere. And I was like, this kid needs shoes that she can safely skate in, because currently the only things that fit her right now are her farm boots and her school shoes. I was like, let's just get her some like sneakers that she can skate in. She doesn't have a coat that fits right now, so we got her a coat. And she was like, I'm gonna bring my Christmas money and see if there's something that I want. I was like, okay, this is also a good time to try and like not impulse buy shit, right? So we went to a store and she saw this thing that's basically like, it's a cool idea. It's a ball and an unstuffed toy comes with it, and you put it in the ball, and the ball has little holes, and you squirt like tie-dye dye through the holes. You like, you wrap it up in rubber bands the same way as when you tie-dye. You squirt dye in there, block the holes, and then shake it and then leave it to dry. And even with gloves, we were like, we're gonna get dye everywhere. It's just, we've tie-dyed so many times. It's just the way of it. Even when we are wearing gloves, we wind up with dye on ourselves. And right before I came to stream, I looked at her and I was like, what is on your face? And I guess with the glove on, she had done this. So she has like a big blue spot on her lip. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, every Sunday, a flesh tuber jump scare. Maybe dye tastes good. Ugh. We did get everything that she needed though. And the shoes that she got are so cute and they were $15. I was so happy. I was so happy. Yeah, we had a good Christmas. We did. Hilariously, because my kid loves Christmas, but hilariously, like today when we were out walking around, she was like, when are we taking our Christmas stuff down? I was like, are you in a hurry to do that? I was like, normally people wait until like New Year's, but we don't have to. we could take stuff down now. I'm not married to it. So she was like, no, it's fine. We'll just wait until New Year's. It's fine. It's like she's over it already. Have you done a display of your gifts? What does that mean? A display of gifts? What do you mean by that? Have you shown off your gifts on stream? The things I got? No. I can tell you what they are though. I wanted like the little like on the floor push-up bars so that I could start doing calisthenics. So that's what I got. That's what I got. I also wanted a door. So I got everything I wanted. Sam also got me a full like yoga set because he was like, I feel like just the bars, if you're just putting them on the ground, we don't have carpet. Because I feel like a yoga mat would be good for you to like stabilize. And then we went to see our kids like Christmas show at school, and there was a whole bit in there. It's like a bunch of like holiday tableaus. And one of them was you know, partners like exchanging gifts, and this woman opens up her gift and it's like a you know, year pass to a gym, and she's like, I didn't even ask for this. That's such a weird thing to give me when I didn't ask for that. And he was like, so when I opened it, Sam was like, when we watched that show, I started to really sweat about this gift. Because he was like, I felt like that husband that got you like workout equipment. And I was like, but I asked for the workout equipment. And then for Sam, I got him this like thing that goes around his neck that massages his neck. So you like put it around your neck and then you press a button and it like massages your neck. And then I got him like a peaky cap, like yeah, because he wore his dad's like a month ago, and I was like, that looks really good on you. And he jokingly was like, buy me one then. So I did. I once bought my mom cooking equipment and everyone was offended on her behalf, but she specifically asked for it. Yeah, it's different if you know, he came to me and said, what would you like for Christmas? And I was like, I really want to get back into calisthenics. And I think something that would help is like stuff to help me lift myself, you know, because I got a lot of junk in the trunk, to be frank. And so when I try to lift myself, like in those L sits, I can't get myself very far off the ground because my arms are not that long. So like I have these little thingies, they sort of give you like 3 extra inches, right, to work with to start. And it's helped a lot. It helped a lot. So. Buy me one then. Okay. Yeah. The other thing that I tried to get him, I was trying to find somebody who could make a silicone ring that would look like his wedding ring. We used to have silicone bands to wear when we weren't wearing our wedding rings. And his snapped after a few years. So I was like, oh, I'll get him a new one. It would be cute if like, our current wedding rings match, for anybody who hasn't seen them. Our current wedding rings match. They're like, our last name is Thorns, so they're made to look like brambles. So I was like, it would be cool if I could get silicone rings that also look like brambles. But I wasn't able to do that. So I was like, I'll just get him a plain one. It's fine. Yeah, it's a good last name. I like it. My kid got really offended on my behalf that I changed my last name. He was like, why did you do that? I was like, because this name is way cooler. This name is way cooler, man. Feminism means that I can still take his name if it's cooler than mine. It was way cooler, dude. Yeah, it's great. Unless you become a lawyer, sure. Then I'd probably backtrack a little bit if I suddenly heel turned into law, you know? I was explaining to her, because I think a lot of little kids sort of daydream about having different names. And I've talked about this on stream before, and it's been a bit contentious sometimes, but you know, I feel like whatever, it's up to you and your family. But like, I've always very openly to my kid been like, as you get older, if you legitimately don't want the name that you have, you don't have to keep it. You're right. Like, you have free will. You can come to your dad and I and be like, I actually don't want to be called this anymore. And that's so fine. You know, like, we chose that name for you. And if you're like, this is not for me, she has said that she really likes her first name. So I'm glad for that. But you know, she might change her mind. Who knows? And we were talking about ways that people change their surnames, because she goes to school with a kid that has a surname with 2 hyphens in it. So it's like name hyphen name hyphen name. And she was asking why that happens. I was like, well, there were a bunch of names that they wanted to figure out how to fit all together, and hyphens were the best way for them, I guess, you know? We chose this when we didn't know you literally at all. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I can't remember. There's a term for like the name you give a person could socially affect the way that they behave. Like a Chad might behave in ways that you would expect a Chad to behave, right? That sort of a thing. Which I do find interesting, like the social, like psychological aspects of that. Nominative determinism, that's it. I knew one of you would know it. Hi, David. Oh my gosh, David sent me for Christmas the craziest box of chocolate I've ever gotten in my life. I was like, what is this? It's from David. And I opened it up, and it was this big box of chocolate, and every single one was beautiful, number one. And number two, it was not clear what the flavor was going to be in any of them. So we were like, there was like a little booklet. We opened it up and we were like, okay, this one is okay. All right. And this one is. Yeah. But they've all been delicious so far. I'm slowly eating them. It's also people are more likely to treat Chad like a Chad, regardless of how a Chad acts. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, it's a social thing. It's affected by a lot of different elements, right? I said chocolate's so complicated you need a user's manual. It's great. My kid was so excited about them. And then the second that we started reading the descriptions, she was like, you can keep them. She's like, I've got my normal milk chocolate. Thanks, I'm good. I was like, this one's Nutella. You might like this. It's like a hazelnut, so it's probably going to be Nutella-y. She was like, okay, cool. And I was like, it's also got a couple other things in it. She was like, it's getting too complicated. Last time I was talking about the name thing, somebody in chat was like, I feel very opposed to this because culturally, for me, the name, you like need to have a lot of respect for the name that you were given. And I pushed back on it a little bit in that I was like, but the name that you're called, I think at the end of the day should be more your business than the business of your family, right? But I did have to relent in that I don't know how exactly different cultures feel about names that way. I am from one where there are expectations about names, but I don't think it's that big of a deal if someone wants to change their name, you know? But I do realize that in different parts of the world and in different cultures, names have a lot more meaning than just, I heard this name once and I thought it was cool, so I named my kid that, you know? Ba, 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 ba. My cousin has such a unique name that if you Google it, literally every result is about him. Too unique. We got too unique. We Icarused. What music playlist is this? It is... We tried a couple before I settled on this. Hyrule Cafe 2. It's all like chill versions of Zelda songs, of which there are many albums that do that, by the way. I've also met somebody with the same first, middle, and last name as me at the exact university I went to. I've told this story before, but really quickly, I was in the theater program. My degree is in theater, and there was a person with my exact first, middle, and last name who took the makeup class. And my professor was so checked out about the makeup class that he kept talking to me like I was in the class because he would see my name on the roster. And he was like, oh, I guess she's in my class. And he talked to me about it. And I was like, I'm not in your makeup class, man. He was like, what? And he showed me the name and I was like, there is another Brooke Lawson at this school. He was like, no. I was like, but also I'm a little concerned that you didn't realize that I was, number one, that I wasn't there. And number two, there's just a person you've been interacting with in your class that is not that big and you have no idea what their name is, clearly. So shout out to that chick. I hope your life's great. And if she's your evil doppelganger, then she wouldn't have been in a makeup class. We've solved it already. What if they also got married and changed their name to Thorn? Fuck. They're doing evil makeup. Two of you said that at the same time. That's so funny. I am the evil one. All this name talk is making me realize how crazy it is that we all go by a screen name. You can be anybody you want to be on the internet, baby. I remember when these emotes were meant for evil back in the day. Back before I grewed, you know? We're on the third frickin' Minions movie up in here. We're all schmoopy and shit. Yeah, it reminds me of there's a moment in Ted Lasso. I'm not gonna spoil anything about Ted Lasso here, but there's a really brief conversation between Ted and one other person where he's like, if you could be any animal, what would you want to be? Something like that. And the character he's talking to goes, I'm already me. Why would I want to be anything else? Ted was like, that's very healthy. That's a very healthy mindset. Ah. I love that scene. I love so many scenes in Ted Lasso. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of getting Sam to watch it. We just finished Pluribus last night, and we started Fallout. I was like, once Fallout is done, if nothing else that's hot shit comes out, we're gonna Ted Lasso. We are gonna Ted Lasso because I need him to. What's Pluribus about? I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I went into it not knowing anything about it. It's one of those, which I know sucks, but I went into it not knowing anything about it, and I loved that because there is like sort of a mystery element to it. All I'll say is something goes wrong in the world, and the person that you're following is just the most pessimistic, negative person in the world, who sort of takes it upon herself to figure out what's going on. I need to get back to Ted Lasso. Yes! Do it. So good. We did watch Cinderella Grey. What a good anime. It's so good. I cried at the end. Those are my horses. That's my horse. Yeah, the Uma Musume anime. It's so good. Yeah, it's great. Highly recommend. Whether you like Uma Musume or not, okay? When I say it's amazing. Boo! But true. This is my brother. And I pulled this cup down to make a coffee. And Clark was like, why do you have a cup with Uncle Jared on it? Like she was concerned. This is my brother. I've transformed him into a mug. Why is he in the mug? Yeah. Your cool ass uncle? Your cool ass musician uncle? Why wouldn't I have a mug with him on it? She's like, no, I'm just trying to figure out where you got it. I said I went to go see his show and I bought it at his show. And he was like, without me? Like, honey, I'm so sorry, but some of the places that Jared plays at, kids cannot go into. And she was like, don't they know I'm his niece? They would make an exception. I'm like, you know what? That's so fair. If I brought you, what would they do? You know? I full mommed, by the way. So Clark and I, when we first moved to England, during lockdown, we started to do a thing called Little Elves. Or Little Fairies, depending on when it was happening. But for different holidays, we would put together like little like gift packs for all of the cousins. And we'd drive by and drop them off on their doorstep and then leave. So like around Valentine's, it would be a little Valentine's gift pack. Around Christmas, a Christmas one. Halloween, a Halloween one, right? And we haven't done it in like 2.5, 3 years. And this year, I was like, we should try to do Little Fairies again next year. And she was so excited about it. So while we were out, I was like, I'm gonna full mom and we're gonna go into the stores that I know have like cute little Christmas things that they are going to be desperately trying to get rid of. So I got so much shit to put into future me's little fairy bags for next Christmas. And I felt like such a mom. That's such a mom thing to do, I feel like. To wait for the sale and then be like, I'm stocking up. Future me is gonna be so jazzed, for real, yeah. We got enough for the cousins and 5 friends, which is a lot, but in the end, because everything was so cheap, I was able to get everything that I wanted to get for like 20 bucks. It was awesome. But yeah, Clark has a bunch of cousins, so we got enough for her to make packs for all of the cousins and then choose 5 friends that she'd also like to do it for. I was like, you're getting older. You have like besties now, you know, it would be fun to also do it for your friends. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun if you've got some little kids in your life to sort of be like, I'm going to be the weird subscription box that no one asked for. I'm going to be the subscription box no one wanted, but everybody gets anyway. I bought Christmas crackers last year for £1 and we completely forgot to use them. No! We have specific boxes that I've like duct tape labeled, like Christmas shit, you know, Halloween shit. So I figure as long as everything goes into those boxes, when I open them up for next year, I'll be like, right, right, the stuff. Ow, dude, what? That was a mistake. Sometimes we'll clip this and remind you on December 1st. You don't have to. I have a system. Keep in mind that at the beginning of this month, when we were meant to be decorating the tree, I was like, I can't find the ornaments. I did find them eventually, but I was like, why aren't they in the boxes? Why aren't they in the Christmas shit boxes? What are you gonna do? The stuff, the Christmas stuff, the stuff we specifically got for Christmas. We still haven't found the stockings? What do you mean? Where were they? So they were in a box, but basically there's Halloween shit, Christmas shit, and then there's an extra box that's just kind of been overflow, and I forgot about it. So I opened that and I was like, fuck, they're in this box. The shit box. Yeah, exactly. They're these like giant black bins that I got from B&Q on a sale. Oh my God, I should go to B&Q. I bet they're on sale again. I saw them and I thought to myself, I should get a couple more of those so that I don't have to use the shit box. The system works. The system works. Yeah. So Clark's already like, okay, so our first little fairies, little cupids, if you will, is gonna be Valentine's. So she was like, we should start planning for Valentine's now so that we're not caught unawares, which I agree with. Barnes and Quoble. Yeah. Barnes and Quoble, your best place for bins and books. I should paint my door today. I should paint my door after stream. I still haven't done it. And it's just gonna keep raining. I do, I have a door now. I have a door now. Life's different. I have a door. I have a boiler. The rats are still there. Are they though? Ratman hasn't returned to check. They might not be, okay? And then you have a door. Are you gonna retire your Geek Ender segment? No, there's always something to horrify Jesse with. There's always something. I haven't even told him about when a chicken got trapped in my house by accident and shit all over our dining table. There's always stuff I can say to make him go. There's always stuff. There's always shit I can say. There's always stuff. There's always things to say. May this life never find me. The Geek Ender segment, yeah. No, he refused to visit when I was talking about it like it was a paradise. So I know that talking about it like it's a horrifying shit show, literally, doesn't change anything. He was never gonna come here, okay? Chickens are so funny. Like, yeah, this dinosaur is in my house. Yeah. I've said before, I have 2 chickens. There are on the property 7 chickens and 2 turkeys. Sometimes If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go to the stream chat channel in our Discord and look at the picture I posted a few days ago. Sometimes literally all of them try to get in the house or in my office, as was the case in that picture. But most of the time it's just mine. Most of the time it's just my 2 chickens. They come in, they go, "Can we have some mealworms, please?" And I toss some mealworms on the floor. They eat them and they leave. And they're very cordial about it. My mother-in-law's chickens have no decorum whatsoever. They come in, they sneak around, and then I leave and shut the door. And then they're like, "Finally, she's gone." And then they do shit like jump on my kitchen counter and peck all of my eggs, or jump on the dining table and shit everywhere. Like, what are you guys doing? It's never my chickens. It's always my mother-in-law's chickens. I know. Them chickens ain't raised right. They don't know how to behave in a proper household. How's Cinderblock doing? She's great. She had a weird period of time. She got sick. She had a weird period of time where she was like really thin. And a bunch of her feathers were falling out. And I was trying to determine if the other chickens were picking on her, and that's why she was losing feathers. But I think she just wasn't doing very well. But she is like fully Cinderblock again. Like, she is large and in charge. All of her feathers have grown back in. She's doing great. So, thank goodness. She's named Cindy, but her full government name is Cinderblock. And then our other chicken is named BB. She was given to us under the pretense that she was a rooster. She was not. She was not a rooster. So originally BB stood for either bossy boy, bossy baby, or big boy, or baby boy. And now she's just BB. I was like, bossy baby can still work. But I do think that the both of them want more of a flock. They do spend a lot of time with my mother-in-law's chickens, which is fine. But I feel like I feel really bad keeping them in the chicken run because it's just the 2 of them. So Sam has said we should probably get a couple more, and I agree with him. Bad bitch. No, because my child also has to call her that. She doesn't have to know. Oh my goodness. I split my pants at work today. Been there. Been there. Blessings to you, man. How did it happen to you? Again, I got a lot of junk that I'm working with, so sometimes my jeans just don't fit and I sit the wrong way. And the most common place, if you got thighs for days, the most common places for them to rip are like right along the seam line on the outside or the inside of the thighs. The inside of the thighs happens a lot because that's also where like there's a lot of rub, you know? So yeah. The knees is fine. I don't give a shit about that. Basically, all of my jeans eventually have holes in the knees because I can't behave. But because I fall and I bump into shit and scrape my knees all the time, and they just naturally wind up with holes in the knees. But yeah, the just like living in my trousers rips that happen are normally around the thighs. Jeans aren't calibrated for mom junk. Sometimes they're just not. Sometimes, this I think is the one that is hard to like keep working with. Sometimes the rip, and this just happened with a pair of my jeans, and I was so annoyed about it, and I kept trying to wear them, but eventually people were like, do you know there's a giant hole in your trousers? And I was like, okay, I guess I can't wear these anymore. Is the rip happens along the like back pocket. So wait, so like, don't make it weird. So like, you know, you have like a back pocket, right? And there's like the seam line here. If there's too much pressure against the seams, if the rip happens where the pocket is, then it's just your butt. Then it's just your butt out. Then your butt's just out in the world. And I kept trying to be like, okay, well, if I wear a second pair of trousers underneath the jeans, then I can be like, yeah, I know there's holes there, but like, it's whatever. I'm wearing 2 pairs of trousers, right? But enough people kept being like, do you know there's a huge rip in your ass? That I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, actually. It's not worth it anymore. In order to get away with this, I would need rips everywhere so that people would be like, oh, it's a thing. But currently, the only rips are on one knee and the whole ass. So it's not working. It's not working, you know? I can't make it work. I can't justify it. Do some light stitching. I have tried to stitch those spots up before. I know that I could get some interfacing and like learn how to fix them properly, but right along those seam lines is so hard. The inside of the thighs, you can fix those pretty easy with some interfacing, but like your whole ass, the whole thing, one cheek, not easy to fix. Even when you love to mend, not super easy to fix. Just use a patch for your whole ass. Your whole for your whole ass. I don't have patches that big. Also, I love the idea of walking around and someone being like, why did you put a gigantic patch just on your butt cheek? What's that about? That's almost more conspicuous. Holy shit, that's so funny. Don't worry, guys, I can fix it. You'd have to buy like a bunch more patches and put them all over the jeans. It's the rip all over again. I would have to rip more places in the jeans on purpose. It adds character. Oh my god. Jeez, I love that. Fuck. Oh. No, a lot of my jeans since moving here, a lot of my trousers in general, have a bunch of holes, and it's not from chafing. It's not from like thigh rub or anything like that. They have tons of holes like around the thigh area on the inside, and it's from me and my short ass legs trying to get over the chain link fencing around the field. because everybody else on the property is elven and they can just boop, boop, just hop over that fence like it's not even there. And when I try to do it, my legs always, the trouser fabric always gets caught on the chain link fencing. Always. And I'm like, either I take a shot and hope that I don't get caught on the chain link fencing this time, or I spend an extra 2 minutes walking all the way to the fence, to the like gate. And I usually just choose to go over the fence, and I regret it every time. Your farm isn't Hobbit accessible. I gotta do something about that. I gotta do something about that, man. Do you feel like there's a difference in US trousers versus EK/EU made ones? I don't think I'm the right person to ask that, because I don't pay a whole lot of attention to clothing. So I feel like somebody who pays attention to the quality of the clothes that they buy, to like a higher extent, would see differences. I don't, because a lot of times I'm just like, what fits? Whatever fits. I'll just get whatever fits, you know? There's really poorly made stuff in England and there's really poorly made stuff in the United States. And I have owned both and regretted it both times and been like, I should really, next time that I need jeans, which is right now, next time that I need jeans because all of my jeans have been ripped to shit, which is right now. Next time I should really get like some better quality jeans that are gonna last me a while. But even if I did that, I wouldn't know the difference between that and like better quality jeans in the United States, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah, I used to like lightly tailor my own clothing, and I feel like I've watched enough videos of people tailoring their jeans that I feel like I should just get jeans that fit right everywhere except the length and then just tailor them because I know how to. I just haven't done it. I was so shocked that there are Carhartts out here. Carhartts are like the fashion where I grew up. If you have Carhartt shit, you're like, oh my God, who gave you a check? You know, like, damn. But yeah, I feel like it would make sense for me to get jeans that are reinforced, that have like certain areas reinforced. As long as they're comfortable, then I'd love that. Because I'm outside all the time and doing shit and trying to go over fucking chain link fences, you know? Carhartt is also still workwear. Yeah. Yeah. I was watching a video about, there's a guy that I follow on YouTube who talks about, like different, like interesting or cool clothing from different areas in the world. And I think they were talking about a type of sweater that's mostly only made in Norway. That's like 3 layers of wool. Like the way that it's made is like such thick wool that even when it's snowing outside, you're just like toasty. And I was like, I want one of those. I want one of those. I gotta go to Norway. Lusekofta. Probably said that very wrong, but I'm just gonna show up in chainmail one day. No. I just need to wear clothing that is appropriate for the life I live. I think that's true for everybody, you know? Having clothing that's appropriate for the life that you're living can go such a long way. I was just saying this to Clark because I was like, you go outside and just sit on the wet ground all the time and then your trousers are soaked. I was like, you need new waterproof trousers to wear outside. Where's PJ Pants? The rugged software dev life I'm living. Yeah, that's Sam. Sam has, I think, 2 pairs of trousers that are like, if I need to go somewhere and like not be wearing sweatpants, and then everything else is comfortable sweatpants. Because he's like, the life that I'm living day to day typically requires me to be sitting and comfortable. So why would I have a bunch, like a, you know? And I agree. Remember when Sam visited your office with clear sweatpants? What do you mean? Like they were see-through? I don't remember Sam ever having see-through sweatpants. Wait. I do. He had white ones. He had white ones where sometimes he'd turn around and I'd be like, honey, I can see the pattern on your underwear. Yeah, they were white sweatpants that had been washed so many times that you could basically see through them. My sweet love. Yeah, it was all fan service though. You like something, you don't change it. Yeah. I think Sam and I are just both kind of wear something until it's falling to pieces people. And sometimes I think that's good. I think that Clark has ingested some of that, but sometimes it's bad because you then have a hard time justifying getting rid of clothing, which my child has also inherited. She literally, just in the past, I want to say like month or two, has finally been like, this does not fit me anymore. It's still in good condition. We should give it away. And it's been such a huge switch because up until now it was like, this doesn't fit me anymore, but it's still in good condition. Let's figure out how we can alter it. And I love that. I love that she's like looking at clothing that way. And sometimes we do alter things, but like, I think she reached a point where she was like, okay, either I can put another thing in the alter pile or I can give some clothes away and get a new version of this thing that I legitimately need in my wardrobe, you know? have a whole box of clothes that I know I'll never wear again, but I'm too attached to. Yeah. I have some clothes. Both Sam and I have like old, you know, he has like old Strippin' merch and I have old Dodger merch, or like merch from friends from forever ago, you know, just stuff like that, that I've just put into a vacuum bag. I was like, you know what? Just gonna get a vacuum bag, put all these shirts in that we want to keep, but we're never gonna wear again. Put them in there, vacuum all the air out, and then they're not taking up that much space. I'm brutal. If I haven't worn it in 6 months, it's gone. Yeah, and I think that's good too. Because again, it's best if you know you're not gonna wear it again, if you're able to give it to a potential next person while it's still in good condition, that's ideal, right? You want it to pass along to somebody who's actually going to wear it while it's still wearable and hasn't become moth-eaten or who knows what else. But the other day, Sam was looking at his clothes and he was like, God, I just have nothing to wear. And I was like, I need you to realize that you're saying that while you have like 20 clean t-shirts, right? Like if you are looking at those 20 clean t-shirts and you're like, I don't want to wear any of these, I actually hate all of these, get rid of them. Like, we need to get rid of them, right? Like, that's the way that I've started trying to think of it too. If I'm looking at a bunch of shirts and I'm like, God, I don't want to wear any of these, and I haven't wanted to wear them in a long time, I'm not going to want to wear them. Get rid of them. Let somebody else love them, you know? Slap a patch on them. Yeah. She has a jean jacket. Oh my God. Some of you might remember, I added patches to a jean jacket for her on stream a few years ago. She still has that jacket, but it's finally reached the point where the sleeves are like this, right? It's just too small on her now. And so today she was like, Mommy, I had the best idea. We're gonna cut the sleeves off. I was like, oh, hell yes. Let's do it. So we cut the sleeves off because she was like, it still fits me this way. It just doesn't fit me this way. So let's cut the sleeves off. I was like, fuck yes. That sounds great. I just have to take the patches off of the sleeves. Cause like one of the patches is like Moomin with a knife, you know, old classics. We have to take those off. We can't lose those. I still haven't finished the patches on my jean jacket. Guys, we could do another patch stream. We could do another putting patches on a jean jacket stream. Part 2. We could do it together. You can't eat Moomin with a knife. You can't, especially because I don't think I don't know anybody who sells Moomin stuff anymore because they've cracked down quite a bit on people selling Moomin stuff unless it's like sanctioned, you know? So I bought that at the right time. There are specialized tools to remove stitches. No idea what they're called. Seam rippers. The little thingies with like 2 bits and 1 bit is like sharp. And you just slip it underneath the seam and lift. Yeah. They're awesome. Everyone should have a seam ripper. Do you hate labels on your clothes? Are they itchy? Get a seam ripper. And you might be like, Dodger, I just go beast mode and I rip it off. That's fine. But sometimes that also rips out the seam. The actual seam that was holding those 2 bits of the clothing together. And sometimes it's nice to be able to say, this is the seam holding the label, and this is the seam holding the collar to the shirt. Moomin Core ended the Twitter Moomin boom of 2019. I know. Hey, Nick! How are you, buddy? When you cut it with scissors, and now the cut edge is even sharper and nastier on your skin. Yeah. My dad is very texture sensitive. And so he has worn the same exact t-shirts my entire life. Like, he fully was like, these are the clothes that I like against my skin, and I will just keep buying them. So, bless. When Hanes moved to no labels, the labels being printed on the shirts, he fully was like, this is the best day of my life. Before that, my mom would get 10 packs of white Hanes t-shirts and then sit at the dining table and cut the labels off. It's like a ritual. But you're absolutely right. When you cut them with scissors, sometimes you put them on and you're like, God, it itches worse now. Because the bit that didn't get cut off is just poking out, you know? I have lots of same clothes, different color. Yeah. My dad has, like, I don't know, 20 to 30 white Hanes t-shirts. And then a specific brand of sweatpants in like 3 or 4 different colors. And then he has plaid work shirts, like quilted plaid work shirts that he wears every day. Yeah. Early on in my life, he was like, I have figured out my wardrobe for life. And I love that. My gym app just updated and woof, so much has changed. So Sam got us a like family plan at the gym because I've started going, and we went there and I downloaded the app because I had never had a reason to before. And he was like, why does your app look so much different from mine? It turned out that they had like literally the week before we went in had changed it. And he had the same reaction of like, everything's different on here. Getting older is so much about filtering out crap you just can't be bothered with. Yeah. Which is awesome. Just realizing like, what are things that I don't need to be putting energy into, right? For some people realize that like they really don't give a shit about food. I have a couple of friends who are like, I'm very food is fuel. I know like a few different meals that I can eat and be totally satisfied with, and I'll just make those meals every single week, right? And suddenly that's a whole weight off of their mind. They just know what they're gonna eat and they don't worry about it. They realize that it's something that they don't want to fuck with because they don't care, right? For my dad, he was like, I'm working on the farm every day. I want to be comfortable. I want to know what it's going to feel like and how I'm going to feel in my clothes. I'm going to get the exact same clothes for 40 years, you know? And like a cartoon character, he doesn't have to think about what to wear. He opens up his closet and goes, white t-shirt, sweatpants, plaid. And he moves on with his day. Mm-hmm. There needs to be human food like cat food. I think there is. I think there are just kind of like bland human sustenance foods that you can eat if that's what you want. I eat bland sustenance food and it is great. Oatmeal. Man, the porridge hate. I know you're not specifically saying that you hate oatmeal, but recently I feel like a lot of people have been coming for oatmeal. I would argue instant ramen does not count, because if you eat instant ramen for every meal every day, you will not feel good. This is like, what is the thing that I can eat that gives me everything my body needs? Doesn't include stuff that's at the detriment of my body, because I don't care what it tastes like, right? We tried to make cookies yesterday because I got a stand mixer. I was like, Clark, this is a gift for you and me. Because Clark loves to bake, and we kept stumbling onto recipes that were like, this will be a million times easier with a stand mixer. And we'd be like, awesome. And we tried to do it by hand and be miserable. So I got us a little stand mixer and we were like, let's make cookies. And our oven is so fucked. Our oven is so fucked that we got the dough together and it looked exactly how it was supposed to look. Everything felt right. They were great. And then we put them in the oven and they weren't cooked. And I was like, but the oven has been preheating for like 30 minutes. It says it's to temperature. It's the exact temperature it said. We cooked it for the exact amount of time. And I was like, I guess I'll leave them in for longer. Left them in for longer. Still not cooked. Still not cooked. So then I was like, okay, lower the temperature and we'll do a second batch. Lower the temperature, cook for longer. Right? Maybe it's cooking the outside quicker than it can cook the inside. So maybe it's too high. No. So then I just got pissed off and I just left them in there for 30 minutes. They were supposed to cook in 10 minutes, okay? I left them in there for 30 minutes because 20 minutes they were still uncooked. I was like, fuck this. 30 minutes. Put them in there. Took them out and then we had to do bedtime while they were cooling. So I was like, I'll check these later. Sam tried to eat one and they are literally rocks. He was like, I can't even bite this. I was like, you are joking. And I went to try to bite it. It's actually like hard as a rock. Like, okay, clearly we need another shot at this. Insane. No, I don't cook from recipes unless they have like a shit ton of positive reviews, because I don't, especially with baking, I am not a baker. So I choose only recipes that have been around for a while, seem to be like tried and tested. This oven does not work properly. I am very willing to blame the oven. A cookie kiln. Try to check the actual temperature. My oven is way off, but consistent. I see. So put like a thermometer in the oven, you're saying, to see if the temperature that I'm setting it to is what temperature it's actually coming to. Smart. That's smart. I should do that. There are ones that you can just like clip onto the racks, huh? Sounds like a Celsius Fahrenheit problem. The recipe had the temperature in Fahrenheit, and I changed it to Celsius. Like looked up what is this amount in Fahrenheit to Celsius. What was the temperature in Celsius? 180. Sounds reasonable. That's standard. So, okay. So temperature should have been fine if the oven was actually at the temperature that it said it was. So yeah. I don't know, but we have a couple bananas that are about to bite the dust, so I'm gonna try making banana bread and wish me luck. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's what I said to Clark, because she was like, man, they turned out bad. I guess it's a bad recipe. And I was like, no, no, no. I think the recipe's good because the cookies taste good because the outside edges of the cookies were cooked, right? I was like, the outside edges taste good. I think it's a good recipe. I think we need to figure out what the fuck is going on with our oven because they're not cooking right. Guys, it's not... There's a pretty clear way to tell if an oven is based in Fahrenheit or Celsius. If the dial only goes to 220 degrees, it's a Celsius oven. This isn't... You guys are imagining an oven where I can like set the temperature on like a digital. That's not what this is. This is an old fucking oven with dials that go to 220. I live in England. I don't... It's like a really old Aga. Hi, Zig. What's up, buddy? My modern oven goes to 250. I could see an older model only going to 225. Yeah. The last number that is visible on mine is 220. So. But we have to replace some stuff in the kitchen anyway. The boiler's out. Might as well swap the stove. A lot of the doors, like cabinet doors, are breaking. Like they're you know, the like middle part and then the frame, they're like separating. Like everything's breaking in my life. So Sam and I were like, we should probably go somewhere and get like a kitchen remodel priced out, so we have an idea of how much that would be, because might as well do it all in one go, you know, especially if we can get it during like these like January sales that are going. But anyway. Have you tried overclocking your oven? Sam breaking the cabinet doors. No. No. He's just too strong. Bye, Nick. Have a good one, buddy. Ba, 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 ba. My kid has one of the things that she really wanted for Christmas was a watch. We got her a watch, and it's awesome, and she loves it. But I'm realizing in real time how often I give general numbers for things, and she now can fact check me. So like the other day I was like, hey honey, I'm gonna go stream. I'll just be streaming for a couple of hours. She was like, okay, great. And then after exactly 2 hours was like, where are you? What's going on? And then today I said, I'm gonna go stream just like an hour. And I realized I couldn't just say that. I was like, actually 2 hours. It's a 2-hour stream. She was like, okay, got it. Cause I realized she was gonna be like, an hour's gone by, mother. Where are you? It's really good. This watch has like a sleep tracker, which she has found very, she loves it. She loves like waking up and looking at the watch and seeing how long she's been sleeping. Because she knows that generally she sleeps about 10 hours. So if she wakes up and looks at the watch and is like, I've only slept for 6 hours, she's like, time to go back to sleep, right? So that's been awesome. Yeah. I was like, I think you might be a data child. Like, she's not super into math or anything, but I'm like, I think you kind of enjoy data, which is awesome. That's great. She's turning 8 in April. Isn't it awesome how kids grow and learn more about how the world works? Yeah, it's really cool. And giving her more tools, either like mental tools or actual physical tools to help her like navigate things the way that she needs to, you know? I didn't expect her to utilize a watch as much as she has. And it's only been like a few days that she's had it, but like she loves knowing exactly what time it is. She likes when I say like, hey, in an hour we're going to this place, and she can be like, hey, it's 10:20, so we're leaving at 11:20, you know, like she likes that. There's like I think it's a lot like my mom likes planning. I think for her, she likes knowing like, okay, I'm able to check exactly how much time I have. I don't have to check in with anybody to figure that out, you know? I think that's helpful. Babies equipping themselves with tools to navigate life and us abandoning the tools as we get older. Yeah, that is an interesting crossroads. Nobody knows if this is a phase or if this is your child forever. Yeah, I have no idea. But also, like, Jesse and I were talking on Geekenders about how kids, like, hit these points where they reinvent themselves, you know? I think there's a point like around 8, 9, 10 where kids start to, at least from my observation of like my kid and the kids around her, there's like a switch that's starting to happen of like, not I want to be an adult, but like I'm starting to sort of gear into being a more independent human and figure out what I need in order to do that. Which is cool. It is cool. She's scared of the alarm on it though, which has an alarm built in. And I was like, if you want, you could have it tell you, you know, when it's like 30 minutes to bedtime. You could have it tell you, you know, when it's time to wake up, if you want to wake up at a certain time. And she's like, but I don't know what the alarm sounds like, so I'm just going to pretend it's not there. I was like, we could check. Like, we could just make an alarm for like a few minutes from now and see what it sounds like. And she was like, no, that's all right. Just hates alarms. They freak her out so much. That's a good idea. I'll be like, Clark, I'm putting this in the oven. Can you set, because it does have like a timer. Can you set a timer for me for the banana bread? And then there's like a function for it, you know? Are we just all dogs? What was that? We've realized that if we like knock on wood at all, our dog immediately starts barking and runs for the door. And we occasionally will, not even in like a, you know, it'll just happen occasionally that you knock against wood. And we always have to be like, Peach, no. It's not, there's no one at the door. Yeah. He says, who's come to say hi? I want to say hi. Who is here? I want to say hi to them. Our dog does that with dings, even phone dings from the TV. But did you know there's a ding? What does it mean? I have food aggression. I could definitely be clicker trained. We are all dogs, actually, as it turns out. Yeah, Peach is okay. She ate some stuff she was not supposed to and had to get rushed to the hospital. And they checked her kidneys and they fortunately were fine. They were like, that's really lucky. So they gave her a shot. I don't know how this works, but they gave her a shot that basically coated her stomach. It wasn't chocolate. They gave her a shot that coated her stomach, and they basically said that it's to make it so that whatever is in her, if there's anything in her tummy that could still be hurting her that hasn't passed through yet, it at least won't get into her bloodstream because there's like a coating around her tummy. She has seemed very like not like she's doing bad, but she hasn't been entirely herself since she got that shot. They said that it would probably work on her stomach for like 5 days. So we would just be coming out of it, really. Yeah. So, poor baby. She just gets bored and tries to find whatever she can to like mess around with. She grabs our laundry and just rips up our laundry sometimes. And like we take her for walks and I train her and I try to like give her the stimulation she needs. It's just some days she just has more energy than we can expend, you know? And then she just looks for something to occupy herself. And this time she grabbed something that was really dangerous for her, that Sam thought she could not get to, but it turned out she could. So we were like, okay, now we know that we need to be extra careful with stuff that we put at this level because she can get up there. Yeah, I was talking with Clark about it because Clark was like, I want to start running. And I was like, me too. I also want to start running so I can run with Peach. And she was like, I could run with Peach. So now Clark and I have like gentleman's handshake agreed that we're both going to start trying to learn how to run in a way where we can run with Peach, because with sled dogs, something that you can do with them to sort of like help them mentally is what's called canicross. I've talked about this before. But you basically like strap a thing to yourself and then hook yourself up to the dog and you run with them and they pull you. I've tried to sort of simulate it with the leash and it's awesome because they do so much work pulling you along. Like you don't expend nearly as much energy while you're running. But yeah. So I was like, I want to like canicross run with Peach and she can pull me. And I think she'll be really happy if she's able to do that. But currently, if I run for like 5 minutes, my heart hurts. I've never been a runner. So I need to get used to running, basically. I used to attach my sled dog to my bike. Yeah. I was looking at people who do that too. I don't have a bike, but some dogs do treadmills. Yeah, but it's specifically the pull. She needs to be pulling something, not just running. She has so much room to run. She can run forever on the farm. It's not about that. She needs to be pulling something, and I think have it be a routine thing where it feels to her like work. Like, this is my job. I pull, you know? I don't run unless I'm being chased. Yeah. Kristen has started running. She's done half marathons and she did not run before and she loves it now. So I was like, you've inspired me. I know that I can do it. I used to be able to run. I just didn't enjoy it when I was doing dance because dance is so much cardio. But I haven't been doing cardio for years. So I would be sort of starting from square one with like getting my body used to consistent cardio again, you know? If you could get a mini chariot, that would be cute. I got myself a drum kit for my Christmas gift, my 2026 exercise regimen. I love that. I love that. Yeah, we had talked before about how it would be cute to get like a tiny sled and then Clark could like sit in it and Peach could pull her around. The problem is Peach has wound up being an extremely small Sammy. She's not a gigantic dog, you know? I think she could pull Clark. I don't know if she could pull her easily. Yeah. She's a tiny Sammy. Once she's spayed, she's gonna fluff up a bunch. Apparently when Sammys get spayed, their hair comes in like extra thick. So she's probably gonna be fluffy as hell. We've just put it off because she spent so much time like in surgeries and having to be like restricted with how much she could move around, that we sort of put it off because we both feel really bad about having her like mobility be limited again, you know? But I know it'll help her quality of life to just get it done. Yeah, I have my big Sammy and my small Sammy, exactly. Yeah, she's blowing out her coat right now. That hair is everywhere. I've said before, I'm in like a Samoyed WhatsApp group with a bunch of other people that have Sammys, and one of them was like, it's like the upside down in my house. Because any of you have watched Stranger Things, when they're in the upside down, there's all of this like just shit floating in the air all the time. She was like, "It's my house is like the upside down. There's fucking dog hair everywhere." Yeah, we've still got cats. Sherlock and Watson, they're still around, man. Sherlock's got a tumor on his kidney. He's still trucking. He's okay right now. I wonder how the vet deals with the floof. In our experience, they're very like, we will shave whatever we need to shave to get the job done. Because they had to like test her kidneys, they shaved a huge chunk of her. We've just accepted that her hair is never gonna be like all even because she's had 2 different surgeries where they had to completely shave her legs. She's gonna get spayed. She's had to have blood works done. Like, for anybody who doesn't know, these like double-coated dogs, you're not supposed to ever shave them if you want their hair to come in evenly, because it just affects how the coat is in that area forever, basically. So she's got like some weird patchy spots that have just stayed patchy, you know. In my mind, as long as she's comfortable and safe, I'm like, I don't really care if she's patchy, right? She's not a show dog. Like, I just don't want her to be cold or hot, because that's what the undercoat does, right? Is helps them regulate temperature. So if she loses too much of that and it's coming in too unevenly, she might have a trouble regulating. But I don't think it's an issue right now. She's an indoor dog, you know, indoor, outdoor. But like, if she wants to be indoor, she's indoor, right? If she's outside and she's uncomfortable, she just comes inside and sits on the couch. Sometimes it's just, sorry, we're saving your dog's life. Their coat is the least of my worries, for sure. Which is exactly how it should be. They were explaining, when they needed to give her the shot, they were explaining that like, it is so hard to give a shot to a dog that has really thick hair, because their skin is also really thick. So you're just desperately trying to just get the needle in without them freaking out. But anyway, she's safe and she's healthy. She's okay. It's very scary for like a 3-hour chunk there, but she's totally fine. Oh, my pupper turns 7 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. In April, Peach will be 2. 2 years old. My baby. She's still so little. I know. Still tiny whiny. Ugh, oh my gosh. We're gonna wrap up in a couple minutes here. My kid has been learning a K-pop dance, which has been fun. There's a bunch of K-pop songs that she really likes, and I offhandedly was like, did you know that all of the different songs have their own dances? And so she asked if we could look up, if we could find somebody who teaches the dances. And we found this girl who does really good ones. Let me look up exactly who it is, because they're so good. But we were like, maybe this person has a playlist of easy ones, because we were trying to learn a Stray Kids one, and it was really hard. And so she said, could we see if there are easy ones, if there's like beginner dances? So a pretty easy one is the dance for Rich Man by aespa. So that's what she's been learning. But she told me it was really sweet, because I was doing dishes. I was like, you work on the dance and I'll do dishes. And she came in at a certain point and she was like, but you're a really good teacher and I really want you in there with me, because like I can learn it, but I'm not learning it really well. So do you think you can do it with me so that you can help teach me? I was like, of course. So I told her that when I was done with stream, I would come in and we could work on the dance together. I did dance for years and years. It was like my primary sport. So I'm very used to learning choreography, which has come in handy here. Yeah, it's very sweet. I like when I have a skill set that can help, you know? Yeah, it's cool. It feels good. Oh, you know what else just makes you feel like an absolute baller? Sam and Clark were working, she got a big Lego set for Christmas. So Sam and Clark were working on it for like 2 hours. They were just doing Lego together. Very cute. And Sam at one point was like, you've got to help, because we put a piece in the wrong spot and we could not get it off of there. And I was like, but you have the remover tool. You have the tool that came with the set. And he was like, yeah, but it can't work on this piece. And I was like, are you sure? If you really know how to use those tools that come with the big Lego sets, you can remove anything. I felt so cool being like, oh, you mean this? Boom! Crushed it. And then 5 minutes later, my kid got a Lego piece stuck inside of one of her fidget toys and was crying because she was like, it's gonna be stuck in there forever. And I got it out immediately. I was really like crushing it in that 30-minute period. It was like win after win for me. So rode that high for, yeah, I was aura farming really hard. I was like, oh, this. I felt really cool. Again, for like 30 minutes. And then I ordered us pizza, and all of the pizzas were bad. Clark ate a piece and she was like, ugh, this is so nasty. And again, my kid is very particular about food. So I was like, Clark, you gotta just chill out, man. Like, it can't be that bad. And both Sam and I went to eat it and we were like, oh, these are all bad. This is bad pizza. So I had to apologize to my kid. Like, I'm sorry, you're right. They are bad. They're bad. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. It was wild. Yeah, I just ordered from, you know, we're not super picky. I just ordered from like I can't remember, like a Pizza Hut or a Papa John's or like one of those. And for some reason, the crust was so weird. Like we could barely bite through it. Like, what do they do? All of them? All of the pizza? What happened? What the fuck? Anyways. New guy. Might have been new guy. Stuffed crust, but it's stuffed with rocks. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I said to Clark, because again, she loves to bake. I was like, Clarky, I think we need to start making our own pizza dough. And she was like, hell yeah. So this might be the turning point for us. Sorry. I just read I once got a calzone that was so undercooked it swam out of the shell when I punctured it. I can't even picture that, but it sounds gross. Yeah, there's a person that I used to watch who was awesome, and she was one of those very like ingredient kitchen sort of people, right? All of her content was like homemade everything. But she was a full-time nurse. So she was like, it's not like I have a shit ton of time to work with, right? Like I'm a nurse, I'm working a lot. So a lot of her content was like, I'm going to choose one day this week and I'm going to try to just get a bunch of shit done. And not everybody has the energy or the interest to do that. I know that it would have to be like a really rare spurt of energy for me to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend 4 hours prepping up a bunch of shit. But one of the things that she did every week was prep up dough for either quiche or pizza or like whatever. She was like, we use this so much. I was like, I love imagining that one day I would prep up dough and be like, I'll definitely use this. Because in all likelihood, I would prep it up and forget I made it and not use it. And then be like, fuck, the pizza dough. So, although someone in chat just said the best thing about pizza dough is the longer you keep it in the fridge, the better it gets. I feel like there's probably a terminal point on that, but but you can also freeze pizza dough. Look, if Clark gets into the groove of just baking all the time, girl, it'd be a game changer for our house. Be like, girl, you want to like make us bread and stuff? That would be so sick. Get her cooking and baking and you're set for life. Well, that's what I was saying to her, because again, she's very particular about food. And it is she's slowly trying more and more things. But I was like, honestly, I think she likes control over stuff. You know, I think it puts her at ease. I was like, if you want to be more in control of the food that you're eating, you have to learn to cook. You know, like, if you want to start learning how to cook and making meals, I would help you, of course. But like, if you want to start learning how to cook things that you know that you'll like and you want to make it for the family, go for it, man. Like, go for it. I'm gonna pull out the Goodwill bread maker. Yeah. We have a bread maker that my mom bought me. We haven't used it in a while. My kid mentioned that the other day. She was like, we should use the bread maker. You're right, Clark. You're right, dude. We should. Hey, thanks for the gifted subs. I don't know who gave those, but welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Nutella pizza could slap. It could slap. Yeah, she told my sister-in-law thought that this was really sweet, but it made me a little nervous because I have so many friends that are like germophobic in like multiple ways. She went to my sister-in-law's house and they made her lunch and she was like, I gotta be real, I don't like to eat food that other people make. I really only want to eat food that my mom makes. And my sister-in-law was like, that's really cute, isn't it? And I was like, I'm worried that that's her being like, I don't think food that other people make is safe. So I was asking her about that and she was like, yeah, I just don't, you know, if we're at a restaurant, I know that the person who's making it is being safe because they're a chef and they know how to safely make food. But I don't know, when I go to someone's house, I don't know that the adults there know how to safely make food. And I was like, that's fair. But also, I don't want you to be scared of the people in your life making food for you. So, guys, I'm not gonna follow that up by being like, the people at restaurants, they're not safe either. Everybody in chat's like, yeah, but kitchens at restaurants are nasty. Guys, shut the fuck up. So yeah. So I am encouraging her to learn how to cook for herself, but also I'm trying to figure out how to gently mitigate this potential fear of like, I don't think she's even conscious that it might be like a cross-contamination fear, right? Because again, my kid will lick dirt. Right? So it's not a germ thing, I don't think. I think there's just something in her brain telling her that like somebody else making food might not be safe. And I don't know where that's coming from. I'm not sure where that's coming from. But I don't want to accidentally make it worse. So. Did either of you get badly ill from food? I don't remember her ever having like food poisoning or anything. Food logic with kids is tricky. It's really tricky. Yeah. Because with little kids, if you make too much of a big deal about something, it makes it so much worse. I guess that's true of adults too, but like, it would not be helpful for me to really grill her about this because I think it'll make her think about it more. So trying to just casually talk about it, I think is probably better, but yeah. Sam and I have talked about that a lot, whether or not she has a food intolerance that we're not sure about. But anyways, I don't know. Don't think about elephants type B. Yeah. Yeah, that sort of thing. Anywho. Let's read off our activity feed, and then I'll find somewhere else to send you. We do have Sunforged today. See if Joe's already live. No, he wouldn't be. Miss Sharibo, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Welcome, guys. Thank you. Okay. Let's read this off. Huzzah. 2 days, too far. Shaper Mario, thank you for the 33 months. Fedori for the 6 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. KH fan, thank you for the 30. Fiori for the 2 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Ampsand for the 130. Maggie Pow Pow for the gifted subs. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. Jazz Jackrabbit, thank you for the 114. Gulski for the 3. PZN for the 107. Azrael St. Clair for the 98. Nerglio for the 30, Crick Bell for the 76, Storscar for the 63, Trueheart for the 119, David for the 103, Wizardy Sloth for the 107, Unholy Wyvern for the 4, Doi Nico for the 59, Cryptic Echo for the 73, Juniors Junior for the 62, Solid Spider Snake for the 20, Smart Guy for the 123, Edward McDougall for the 85, Leisure Wave for the 95, Balry for the 47, April for the 90, Arnar for the 121, Queered Cryptid for the 3 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Altair for the 5 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary to you as well. Ratatosk for the 69. Misharibo for more gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. And especially Ebbs for the 53. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Where am I sending you? Is one of the boys live? Yep, Benji. Oh my God. Benji's gonna be playing with the boys for Toxic Sunday. Sam will be joining him eventually. Right now he's playing Voices of the Void. Go say hi, spread love and joy. I will see you guys tomorrow for a normal stream. Or for Sunforged. If you watch Sunforged, it's a D&D show that I'm in on Joe Fudge's channel. If you'd like to watch that. There we go. That's it. Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna go. It's dark outside. I gotta put the chickens to bed. Bye-bye.